Make a triple A over the video and talk like this the whole entire time instead of being a realistic and getting my point across about these drug addict hookers that home wrecking and breaking up other people's families and calling out racism and shit. Well, excuse my language, such like that. You know what? Whatever makes you feel better about yourself, whatever makes you sleep better at night, because in the long run, it's still gonna be an ass whooping. As much as I hate to tell y'all that, and you can sit there and pinpoint as calling somebody ugly, this, that, and the other. My family used to call one of my ex-husband's sons like he looked like Shrek and stuff. Well, they're not the one that had to date him, and I don't have to worry about these inbreeds. My grandma liking Michael Jackson, and my aunts, her and daughter's black boyfriends, and pinching their butts or whatever. Or these high school dropouts just want to sit there and act like they're better than every flipping body. I went to cosmetology school, graduated high school, had 3 children. My cousin stays here, has 3 children. I sit there and act like they're better than every flipping body while they're driving around in a busted up, broke down van with 3 children in the back of it. Like pedophiles and shit. Well, mine's 45 minutes away, broke down at my family's home. Giving my children something to look at. I'm so tired of the drama and negativity. And they said that there will be a day that God returns to the earth and takes all of his people and collects his bride or whatever. And it's about time to start taking out trash. And speaking of the story of Estrella, how she depended on her brother and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. Like from the Silver Age, the Bronze Age, the Golden Age. Well, you know what? From my point of view and reputation, my ex-husband a drug overdose because them friggin' coons and wiggers in Detroit, Michigan. I am with the Muslims to complain about Sharia law. Well, you know what? I got news for you. Sharia law is legal. And I'm not in this for the views. I'm in this to relieve psychological stress. I don't care. I get this out. I'm just spending a 30-minute to an hour video that got deleted or was too long and then got deleted because storage. Sorry, I ain't got all this fancy money to go out and spend. I was like one of my videos having my child a birthday party. Childhood is more important because children's future. That's what they said since the 9/11. All the Americans have created, the terrorist attack and or the ISIS propaganda, this and the other, because they're, for one, they're perverts. All they guys think about is getting their dick wet. Number two, you're skanks. I'm not taking up for you. Just because you're an atheist or whatever and you don't want to take a bath for 6 months to a year, I shouldn't have to take 15 baths a day just to cover up your nasty ass fucking scent. My daughter went to a doctor's appointment. And that's how stupid people is. My daughter goes to the doctor appointment, comes home, complaining about sore throat. You check her throat, you check her ears, she got her eyes checked twice. She went to an eye doctor and then she had to turn around and go to another doctor the next day to get her ears checked, her height checked, her nose checked. And then the very next day complaining about having a sore throat. I mean, seriously? And these people make about $30 an hour and they're still stupid. As a parent, I do a much fucking excuse my language, much flipping better job. I'm not French. I hate the French inbreeds for all means. Oh, they're the continent of love. No, you're the continent of inbreeds. Believe me, I know for a fact because my neighbor across the street, my sister used to date one of the 3 older sisters, and Chris friends, whatever. My sister used to date. And then I got older. By about 20, around the time I was 26 years old, I met a guy named Chris with a different last name. Okay, I ended up having my 3rd child, my daughter, and he ends up getting married on her second birthday. Her second birthday. And you want to talk about being a divorce? I ended up losing all my business, property, took a big business finance loss, ended up paying $10,000 Social Security, $18,000 in taxes to the IRS, probably another $18,000 in Social Security or whatever. I mean, this big chunk of money, my property, not my family, my daughter's side, my best friend, you know, leaving me with 3 children to strive, pretty much breaking my back as usual over chump change and dealing with the, you know. But my daughter, she's 6 years old, and she's like, well, being a toddler, toddlers don't remember such until they're about 4 years old. And so she's like, where's my father been? He's been in and out of her life off and on, but he just stopped coming around. I was like, she's like, where's my father? I looked at her and I was like, you got married to another woman on your second birthday. My birthday? The day that everybody's supposed to give me presents and not some skank bag, no good for nothing piece of garbage last name. And then I get on Facebook, okay, my name's Shannon, right? Hello. And she changed her name. Not to Ashley Labor, like his last name, like, most wives do. She did that at one point in time. No, now it's Ashley Shannon. I'm not a faggot, for one. Number two, she ugly. She uglier than dog crap. I mean, these guys, they find these chicks, it's drug addict hookers, they're bachelors, okay, getting ready to get married or already married, this, that, and the other, and they go to strip clubs. And they buy these drug addict hookers that has AIDS, hepatitis, HIV, gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis, this, that, and the other. And that's what they're paying for. That's what all my hard-earned tax dollars, the money that should be supporting my family or somebody else's family, people that's raising their children, actually bringing life and society up in the world, not some drug addict, heroin addict, hooker, and these black dudes, wiggers, that was what feeds them. Go back to fucking school. I had to spend 10, 15 years in college. I had to graduate high school, cosmetology school, business school, community college, tried tech, and then turn around and go to a university, and, I'm struggling, but, I turn a dollar into a mountain. People are so ignorant. It's like the time and era only they graduated high school and everything like that, and they're stupid. I have a reason to be stupid. I was in an abusive relationship. He died. I haven't been with him for 10 years, and then he recently passed away. And he could be in hell. Every time he runs 100 miles per hour, he's like, Lola, I don't believe in death and stuff like that. And the last time I spent an hour making a video like this, and my vehicle, my broke down, busted vehicle. Oh, it's collateral that the police want to flipping about. And they think that I'm going to say, I hate the government is so stupid. And they think that I'm scared of them. When you religiously growing up in Bible Belt, they said this right here used to be a church. The extended kitchen or whatever in some of my videos, the hot mess. Like that corner over there. And that poltergeist. Not an eating compass, a poltergeist. You see a bunch of people, a bunch of men in my room. You see me out running the streets being a drug addict, fucking hooker. After the 9/11, whatever made them feel better about themselves, them creating their goddess Isis. And, my ex-husband was recently drug overdose. This is how uncertified these people from Detroit, and this is how I caught this guy. Okay. Working in the bartending club, whatever. This guy comes in, and I was like, he went to the back. And this 2 weeks, I didn't find out until almost a month after my ex-husband had passed away. Because given that my 14-year-old son, had broke his arm during a baseball game, and I found out through Facebook. Nobody told me anything. I seen pictures. I was checking on my child, being in school, this, that, and the other, like a normal parent would. Found out, he broke his arm. Okay, then it's like 2 weeks, whatever, and I'm bartending, whatever, and this guy comes in, and he's from Detroit, Michigan, real rude, obnoxious, hipster, black rectangle glasses, about 6'2", ugly motherfucker, and he goes into the back. Not a private room or anything, like towards the back where all the drug addict hookers like to sit. You know, and of course they're drug addict hookers and stuff like that. Real rude, obnoxious. White dude, tall, lanky, skanky, James. Jesus Christ ain't even gonna save him, motherfucker. Anyways, and mention that he's from Detroit. Okay, well, 2 weeks before that, found out my ex-husband had overdosed because it's on the date, and some people, of course, eventually, it's on the date. It's on the date of the obituary or whatever. And so if it was 2 weeks, it probably from July 12th to July 24th. Ta-da! And apparently a drug overdose. Somebody didn't have the money for the dude to get back to Detroit. Obviously, he didn't have money to get back to Detroit. So, yeah. That's the theory on that. I know what the dude looks like. His name might have been Mike. He might have four-eyed glasses. Hipster looking, brood, obnoxious, grouchy, Oscar the Grouchy motherfucker. I could point him out of a lineup for sure. I mean, that's whether my ex was abusive or not. He was a diabetic. You don't give a diabetic heroin in Vietnam. I mean, you're an uncertified street pharmacist and you don't have no business whatsoever fucking ever. For one, it's illegal. Number two, you murdered somebody. Number three, you sold a uncontrolled substance to a diabetic that killed him. I mean, and they talk about racist. Let me tell you something about racism. You blacks, you probably came over with the English because they're like, oh, we're gonna go discover this land over here and see what it is. Bingo! Freedom! And you're stupid for thinking that you were slaves because if you have a plain Jane land that don't have nothing in it anyways, then what are you gonna do? Where are you gonna live? How are you gonna protect yourself from? You gotta build shit. I mean, these people are so durr. And then, oh, we were slaves. No, I was a fucking slave. I'm slaving over my cousin that has black mixed children. I'm slaving, she don't clean up. I can show you her mess. I come home, dishes ain't done. I was whipped with trees and belts and whatnot. Treated like a redheaded stepchild. Want Dr. Mom, all convincing and everything like that. And then I knew my dad was my stepdad. My godfather was my stepdad. Nice, pretty cool guy. No problem with him. I went to church with these people when I was younger. And one thing I learned about churches, I went to a Baptist church. Even though I'm Roman Catholic, went to a Baptist church, and somehow me and one of my ex-husbands, Jacob, had 7 wives, so pretty much 4 or 5 7, 4 or 5 7, so if he could have 7 wives in Israel, imagine what American women can do. But I had 4 or 5, Baptist church, this, that, and the other. Years later, ended up getting with this guy and found out we went to the same church at one point in time. Okay. Like I said, abusive relationships after 9/11/01 and everything like that. And then the people I went to church with on another side, right down the street, they seemed like pretty normal religious family. 1 son, 1 daughter, But now, I meet the guy that my mom's with. There are all kinds of awkwards trying to get my children to lie, this, that, and the other, and they're a religious family. His mom is a preacher at a church, and they have Sunday dinners, real religious family, and I'm like, you're telling my children to lie. You're always going to church in twos, male, female, male, female. And then I got another child, which my mom's boyfriend or whatever really kind of like shallowed off because he knew who his father was, and he even told me after I turned 18 that I could call him dad. I'm like, I'm over the age of 18. I don't have to call anybody dad. you know? So kind of just like shelter it off and stuff like that. And this is how I reflect on religion. And then you got all these drug addict hookers, and that Rachel Laporte, she's a drug addict hooker. She's a junkie. We're talking about religion. She's like, oh, I'm going to heaven. I'm like, ah! I might be going to hell, but you know what? So is drug addict hookers. Oh, that was funny. Yeah. Like, you know, they ain't gonna let skanks in. No. Not while I'm the judge. Like I said, and then, like 2005, another 4 out of 7 ex-husbands, or 5 out of 7 ex-husbands, went to try to commit suicide. If he wasn't hurting somebody else, he was hurting himself. You know, and then while the Arabs was trying to create their goddess Isis and everything like that in Australia, but they forgot she's half Greek. And then you got Australia, who's also Greek, and then the Virgin Mary and the Virgin Goddess. I guess that's where some scholars, they put all three of them together, Isis, Australia, and the Virgin Mary, because they try to say that God is the Virgin Mary and stuff like that, who had horrors, or Jesus. And then these people in these religious groups try to neglect all these people in, like, oh, Jesus died on the cross, he died for everybody. So no, for number 2, he died to create us all equal. Equal. Now you got women as police officers, doctors, you know, I was doing half the same managed jobs, you know, so obviously, and it's like, oh, repent the blood of Jesus, you'll be saved, this, that, and the other. Nobody's saving you. Nobody's fucking saving you. You're gonna go to hell for your own fucking sins. Excuse my language, sorry. Rated R. Your own sins. You're a drug addict, you're a murderer, this, that, and the other, and it's time to take out trash. And my cousin Michelle Nicole Young, she's brought up on black witchcraft, magic, whatever. You know, I didn't get all these scars, bumps, and bruises, and I would say my grandpa passed away because of it, but you know, her grandma is his sister, if I'm even actually related to him. Man, my big ass ears and stuff. But it is what it is. Yeah, it's like career on my counselor. It's like, oh, following Fed says my mom, tell me my mom, my grandma, registered nurses, practical doctors, they can write doctor's orders. That's how some people get that pretty check. Everybody complains about that SSI and all that stuff. And big debate. Oh, she's on disability. No, SSD is disability, not SSI. SSI is like back paid child support that I didn't collect from my father. You know, that everybody's like, oh, you'll get for the rest of your life. And such like that. Yeah, I mean, and it's like, there's like talking about something having your coming of Jesus. That's that. Yeah. That's why you go to school and get an education so you know what to believe and not what to believe. I know I'm just all hyped up, all mellowed out because of my green walls. And my lovely hair. Like, oh, queen. No, just realistic show me waking up complaining and everything. And then these people, I also stress, these people that go on these talk shows and they talk about other people, like where their children at, did they abandon them? It's really none of your business, you know. And it's like, when it comes to that $1.7 million wedding, if I had to move across the country to be treated like a queen and have a $1.7 million wedding, I mean, who the hell wouldn't have an engagement like that? I mean, who the hell? I mean, if they're sitting on a talk show and they went to school, where's their children at? I mean, I can't take my children to work with me. I can't take my children. No, you know, I'd be caught for child neglect and everything else. There's child abandonment, child neglect, child abuse. And it's like my son's birthday, my 12-year-old son's birthday. Me and him, we're so much in common. His birthday's 3 weeks after mine. I'm so much years older. I don't believe in abuse unless he really needs it. And sometimes I wonder And I just, playing, like, told him to stop screaming at me. I'm gonna pop him in his chops. I'm not gonna do it, but you got a 50-year-old man, or 55-year-old man, or 55-year-old man, 50-year-old man, 55-year-old woman, 70, almost 70-year-old man, giving my child birthday whippings. Birthday whippings on the same day, and my mom turned around, if you ever threaten to bump him in the chops, I'll whoop you. Okay, coming from the woman that did strike children as a friggin' old ass crone. I mean, I remember her being 33 years old. My friend, she dropped out of middle school, got married at age 15. I'm gonna do the same damn thing. She's like, no, you're not. You're going to school. I'm gonna drop out of school and go get, involved in a relationship, this, that, yeah. So it's middle school, yeah, it kind of sucked. And it was like pop, 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 pop. And being a girl, I mean, boys may not hit their mom. And my godfather told me, he's like, don't hit your mom. Where's my mom? You gonna put your hands on me, we're gonna go toe to toe. I don't care if you're my mom, my grandma, my sister. My sister's a drug addict. She can't whoop me. And then in a car incident in 1994, and it's like, I ain't government happy. I am not by means government happy whatsoever. And his car comes right around Canova's police department, fire department. I didn't know this until years later, until I got old enough to venture off on my own. Ran a red light, T-boned my mom. I died. They had to bring me back to life, I mean, they didn't do CPR or anything like that, but I remember talking to God that day, and they was like, what's her name? And it's like, oh, okay. My song Bring Me Back to Life, yeah. It's like they sat there and hollered my name like 3-4 times, and after I got done talking to God, told him I'm not ready to go yet. And I pointed my mom like I had a stroke, and it's just like, she has a thing in her head, a piece of glass in her head. She got this blood dripping down her face, whatever. Yeah. But sometimes I question my family because I'm like, she might be nice and like my best friend and everything like that, and this, but they don't treat their family like normal people. I mean, my mom's not a drug addict. My grandma don't smoke, this, that, and the other. But there's family that, fluctuates. Because, my grandpa, he smoked and was an alcoholic. This, that, and the other. And so when you hear about Davis's going out on a limb or this, that, and the other, it's pretty fucked up family. It is pretty fucked up family. I mean, they deal with a little bit of common sense. They got... a little bit. I mean, I've seen the name on TV plenty of times and stuff. I'm not going to sit there and say I'm some kind of goody because I've never been to jail. I was valedictorian in high school, loved high school, honor student until the 9/11 cranked my, ruined my scholarship, and then I end up a month later, pregnant around my 18th birthday. My 18th birthday, I get a pregnancy test. That's what I get for my 18th birthday on 10/12 of 01. Thanks, A-Robs. You're ugly. And you actually are. I mean, you seriously are. You're not my type at all. I mean, people say I'm ugly, but I'm clean kind of ugly. I'm like the Virgin Mary kind of ugly. I'm like that goddess you've been looking for that don't fucking like you. You create this goddess and image of somebody that don't fucking like you. I mean, I might have all this stuff going on, but there's a different type of being ugly whenever you're given viruses, STDs, fucking drug addict hookers that fuck cats, jacking cats off, or dogs or whatever, from California, and everything else. I mean, I'm redneck to the T. I mean, I would rather be with somebody like, well, my ex, my son's oldest son's father, oldest son's father, probably more like Larry the Cable Guy. And then my youngest son's father, you can call it infidels, you can call it this, I call you homewreckers. You're homewreckers, you crawled in my bed, my godfather's bed that I was paying rent for sleeping with my husband, around my children, and then my second ex-husband, you know, whatever. I mean, causing all kinds of abuse. I ain't gonna listen to a 15-year-old high school dropout that, you know, bullied her parents or whatever, or stole from her parents just to move overseas to be some kind of fornicating foreigner. You know, there's like some girl that run around here, well, all kinds of them now, but back in the day it was very rare when they married someone like that. But anyways, I ain't gonna listen to you. Even if I was the goddess that and created and not even know about, I don't have to tell you a God forsaken thing. I don't have to tell you who I am, what I'm about, where I'm from, what the hell happened to me, because these militants come back, oh, so now let them knock you up. No. No. My ex is whiter than their sand. For starters, he's whiter than sand. He's whiter than white sand. Red no, well, I want to say red no. He got some mixed black girl, supposedly, with a little girl. After I had my first son. Yeah, I remember that side of the street trailer park girl going around the outside. Girl I caught in bed with. Yeah, that's the white trash. My tan is more seductive than your inbred ginger looking fucking ass. I might have this going on, but this is all jealousy right here. This is all these fucking skank bags jealous. Oh, she got a pretty face. Guys don't care if I'm fucking pretty. They don't care if she fucking shit her pants, shit on her fucking toes. I mean, hell, he's out there at his bachelorette party, fucking the nastiest drug addict fucking hooker he could find that's got HIV, hepatitis C, and probably some kind of virus that they haven't even recognized yet. Probably some M cell chromosome. She probably got horns growing out the back of her fucking throat. You never know what I seen what them guys go back in the back with in them strip clubs with. And being a psychologist in business management and all of A's and stuff like that, and private investigator and all that fun stuff. Yeah, people like to talk to me. I have that way. I have my good side and I have my bad side, and then I have my looks, I have my ups, and I have my downs. So there's only been like few people that haven't told me why they went to prison, or they said the best cure to the problem is admitting to it. And you know what? There's only been 2 of them, because it's all them A's and business management and psychology that I don't like. That's what I'm going to college for. And I got accepted into the university, so that'll be about 10 years of college. Yeah, one of those girls' clients or whatever customers came in. People want $20 to take out the fucking trash. I'm like, you're being an accomplice to a drug addict fucking hooker self-asphyxiation. So why the fuck do you care if people want, $20 for taking out trash? I went to prison and I got extra special food while I was waiting for whether they was going to resentence me or not. I'd take out the trash of the jail or holding cell or whatever, court cell, because they had to go from Barbersville all the way back down to Huntington to the old courthouse, and then they put us in a holding cell while we wait in shackles and handcuffs and an orange jumpsuit. That don't sound like prison. And I try to tell these drug addicts, you didn't go to prison. If you would have went to prison, you would have went such and such place. See, I've been to county. I've been to regional. It don't fucking matter. I slept on a fucking roof in a jail cell about the size of this with 25 people in it. And then Western Region, like a revolutionary prison, but I knew what that was about, because I knew my time was coming. I beat the shit out of that CPS worker, whether she was being professional or not. I don't care. I wasn't thinking like her. It took 2 security guards to pull me off of her. Her telling me to either put my son up for adoption or sign him over to my mom. Home-wrecking fucking skank bags went through my mind. It's like beep, 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 beep. Homewrecker, 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 homewrecker. The reason that my ex was beating the fucking shit out of me, trying to kill me, my unborn child, and him fucking self. I don't give a shit if you're a female fucking judge. And I've told my lawyer plenty of times during custody battles. over my sons, I will jump over that bench and I will beat the fucking shit out of that goddamn stupid home-wrecking fucking judge that can't keep her nasty ass fucking dirty shitty fucking legs closed, because that's probably what she was doing. She was probably fucking him for all I know. And you want to fuck with a woman that has sons when we see it all the fucking time. I'd been better off, and I even requested a male judge. I want a male judge. And they was like, no, we already have this judge. We already have this judge. You know who's the judge? Me. You wanna know why? Because I'm honest. I try to be honest. They try to tell my son, oh, she's not honest. You ain't gonna sit there and tell me that my children that I'm their sister. I'm not degrading I'm not degrading like you. I'm not a child molester. I'm not degrading, what it is. I don't freaking care. I don't care. You can call it whatever makes you feel better, because back in the day, like, they brought people over here to pick cotton and this, that, and the other. And had to have oxymorons. They started out stupid. Now it's time for the government to upgrade, or I'm going to start taking out the trash. The hell is what Estrada's brother did, ruining society. I'm going to do it. He's going to do it his way. You know what? I'm going to start doing it mine. Because I know 21 years of fighting for my life, you got nothing on me. What, you gonna use that against me because you're an authority? Because you already have a fucking job? Because you already have a job? Because you already have handcuffs and a gun and stuff like that, You can't go toe to toe with a kickboxer or whatever. And the skank that these guys are looking for, pointing the fingers at me, I don't fuck Muslims. I don't give you HPV. I'm not some fat, white, trash, ugly, piece of shit, useless, skank bag slob that caught gonorrhea, chlamydia, and syphilis, and then end up with AIDS and HIV or HPV and can't have children and this, that, and the other. I don't fuck Muslims any damn way. I know, I love my nose. Lovely nose job I got after I love my button. Is another like $5,000 to finish up. It'd be pretty after I get it all fixed up. But it is what it is. After spending 10 years in college, I might be able to restore my health and keep my heart rate up and be able to be put back to sleep and finish. Because they had to go in. They're like, oh, when people break their nose, they just go in and pop it into place. Not everything is as seen on TV. Usually that type of stuff you come by. No, and someone breaks their nose. Like whenever I died, I busted the passenger window out with my head and hit the dashboard and crawled in the floorboard this side and the other. But it is what it is. No. Well, first surgery, the deviation, they did the M surgery. Like they had to split the nostrils, and I had a lower left deviation, so I probably had stitches coming out, sutures on this side, and then the middle spot, like right there, you can feel, like right there, where they had to go on this side and cut that bone, like right there. And I guess they flipped it or whatever. It's supposed to straighten it back out, but it don't look too damn straight. But I like my button. I like my button. Unless a stupid neighbor like reset it over my grandma's parking spot, because they're ignorant. They're ignorant. They're ignorant. White trash, freaking old ass gangster, skank bag trash, coward. My grandma's 80 years old. Had colon surgery on her ass. Colon surgery. And I kept telling him, I was like, you can't park in front of my house. You can't park in front of my house. I'm like, don't park in front of my house. My grandma's 80 years old, and there has to be enough room for an emergency vehicle. She has to go to the store, and other people have to get in and out there. They moved into this neighborhood, got the house next door, and brought 3 vehicles, wants to park all over the friggin' neighborhood. If they wanted a house like that, then they should have got a house in the country, not in like Valley City, whatever, off of the river. And then, being outside, he was like, oh, you must scream, go outside, this, that, and the other. I wasn't really friggin' screaming. And I said stuff that usually ain't in my vocabulary, that I picked up from the hood rats. Maybe I was stressed, or some identity thief, whatever, drug addict, hooker was talking of, using my name in vain or whatever. I don't know, but some words came out of my mouth, obviously. And she heard me, and she tried telling her 8-year-old son that, oh, it's okay, you can say the word bitch, this, that, and the other. And then a couple weeks later, here comes her hood rat, white trash, no good for nothing, skank bag granddaughter, daughter, whatever. Child, this is 65 years, and you know, being Hispanic, and my ex is Brazilian, jiu-jitsu, family, this, that, and the other. And I told her fucking twice. I was like, back the fuck off of me. And she didn't. She went back, got her boyfriend. And he must have been watching a Karate Kid. He was like, uppercut her, this, that, and the other. I was almost murdered when I was pregnant. And you're going to sit there and use Karate Kid that you seen on TV on me whenever I'm sitting there beating the shit out of your freaking white trash girlfriend with a fucking leather spiked studded bracelet. And I was like, oh my god, my foot was like right there. I would have, right there, yeah. And she was like, I'm afraid to let her up. She might hit me again. Because I think where she got hit with that spike leather bracelet, it like clicked. You know, ruining my good suit. I was on my way to, you know, wherever. Wherever. And I told her, back the fuck off of me. And she's like, you're talking about her 60, well, my 80-year-old grandma. I may not have to be very fucking verbal, but you know what? I will eventually get it out there. I'm not in it for the views. I'm in it for the stress relief. Because I hold all this in. I'm going to turn into, my soul is just going to turn black. I already got a black goddess within. I'm going to be in at my job. Oh, we're having big roasted chicken. Looks like a turkey. I want some of that turkey. I'm hungry. It's not turkey. It's chicken. Well, that's even better. That is what I wanted even more. That brings out the black goddess in me. Yeah, I really look black. I really look black. My nipples don't look black. Yeah, you can tell when someone's got some kind of mixed culture. Them strippers I work with, they got areolas that are whiter than white, and they got blonde hair, and I'm like, oh, they're fucking nasty. Yeah, they're nasty. They're usually drug addict hookers. They usually got some kind of infection or something going on. And talking to, I remember this one chick at that Rachel, French Rachel Laporte, whatever. She's a junkie. And like, she told customers, I mean, I caught her car hopping. Carpool dropped her off like 3:30 in the morning. She gets in a white truck. And then I seen her at Speedway gas station about noon. Might have been a little bit later than that, something like that. Speedway gas station getting into a red car. Then she tells customers she ain't been on a date in 4 years. Well, if you're out being a drug addict hooker, anytime you go on a date, there's usually some kind of exchange of money. But usually, hookers, guys hand them the money, but they're also considered that dates. Whether it's in exchange for sex, food, whatever. You know? And she hadn't had sex in a year and a half. Oh, no. Because of my ex, hadn't had sex in a year and a half. And she remembers me telling people this. Because my ex had moved. He just recently moved. And it's been on again, off again for like 4 or 5 years. Because his neighbor drug overdose, James, whatever. His father's selling his rental property. It was like sex for 4 or 5 years. And he would call me once a year. He kicked me out. At one point in time, after my ex got remarried to that one chick, and he tried staying a family. I don't care for her in hell. And he's married. There's still gonna be a family. Because that is his child. My son's, my daughter, his children, whatever. I don't care if he's married to 5, 10, 15 fucking people. I don't care. I'm going to be a family. I was raised in Bible Belt, this right here, and, be like Christian. You know how Christians is. If you don't know how Christian is, I may not be Christian, like, all the time, or even claim to be Christian, because I'm a goddess. I'm going to be sitting high up on that throne. during Judgment Day. Hi, I'm like, yeah, I remember you. I remember you. You're not getting in. Patricia Kelly ain't getting in. And family law judges, no. These drug addict hookers, no. Their clients, no. I might be selfish and let my sons and maybe their fathers, whatever, but eventually have to probably visit hell, send them to hell, maybe just visit their father. It's sad. I'm gonna have to send my sons. I'd have to send my sons to hell to visit their fathers. My 2 sons and my daughter. No, my daughter would be in hell with me. She's mine. She got 2 brothers, and so one chick's like, "Let's going to hell." I got her like I was going to hell. Like, you a liar. You a liar. You even lied about going to hell. Like, she said she's not going to hell. Like, you lied. You probably spreading HIV around and whatever else. You know, taking food and money away from my family. I mean, my children can have a hell of a lot more, but no. No, fuck no. No, 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 no. No, no. She literally, like, told a customer one time, she was like, oh, I ain't done this in a long time. I ain't done, sit there and straight bold-faced lied to him. And then she gonna sit there and brag about how much money she made. Yeah. Well, I'm not in the back sucking and fucking for an extra $100 either. I'm not out there sucking. I'm not in strip clubs, out on the friggin' streets, sucking and fucking for an extra $100, and then owing your dope dealer, that your 75-year-old, roommate or whatever that she stays with. I said she owes her dope dealer $100 and she owes him thousands of dollars. But it all goes in their bank. You know how much they put food on the table and better birthday parties, and I could have an engine in my vehicle instead of dealing with these drug addict hookers. They were just scared that I'd run them over. But that's okay. I remember sitting in it, I was like going in at 7, and they made her stay an extra hour because there was only 2 people. And then they closed early because I was the only girl there. I'm like, you don't need me. I was like, I'm going back to school, getting ready to go back to college in January, and like, you don't need me. You got a skank bag that says right there that everybody's so fond of because she's a drug addict freaking skank that sucks and fucks everything coming and going. But you know what? That saves me from catching HIV, AIDS, chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, and everything else. But like I said, $1 in time saves 9. Yep. Say about deleted it again. I might as well send that and go ahead instead of before they're like, oh, our video is too damn long. So I can start getting ready because I work 1 week. 1 day this week. 1 day this week, Thursday. Because we gotta work 2 days to work the weekend. So guess what? I'm off all weekend till Monday. Alright, that's all. Yeah. And then I start all over, but yeah, I gotta go, unless I get doctor's excuse, I gotta go get my injection, so my shot records. Yeah, my shot record, everything, I love college, and so I must I did college diploma, my high school diploma. Middle school seems so far-fetched from graduating high school, but once I got in high school, and then 9/11 happened. I don't blame my children one damn bit. Speaking of the militants like, well, 9/11 didn't lock you up. No, because I was knocked up by a white guy. More redneck than what they'll ever think about me. White guy. Funny, hilarious, lovely white guy. White guy. I fell in love with white guys. And then I started the same bullshit. Oh, excuse my eyes. Beep, 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 beep. Like I get a lot of views anyways. Or rated R. They see some chick on there. Don't watch that. Women get away with a lot more. You know how many guys that came in from the military, no, just will knock you up. 9/11, no one didn't knock you up. No, I was in ROTC my 11th grade year, 12th grade year of high school because I was an honor student. You know, so it was 11th, 12th grade. 11th, and taking 12th grade classes. Watching Twin Towers come around, and then a month later, on 10/12 of '01, I get a pregnancy test for my birthday. So, when it's my birthday, I want my birthday gift. You owe me more than fucking life its goddamn fucking self. And you touch my child, I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna come overseas and whoop your fucking ass like I've always wanted to fucking do. You think I won't? The only thing holding me back is my child. My children. My children. I don't care if it is my sons or my daughter. They're way more important, more potential of having a future and building business and taking over a family company, my so-called Davis American oil striking, family. We talk about them Saudis striking oil. Well, you know what? You don't own American fucking oil now, do you? That the Davises, my grandpa's cousin, had struck in Texas. That's why you're up in Canada, your people's up in Canada fucking the goddamn crazy ass, freaking nasty, skanky, home wrecking hooker French people. And the Davises are running America. And I can step out back on my back porch with my grandma's house, where I used to manage, the nursing home, and see the oil company, the river valley, the river tubes. And y'all looking for some white girl. Y'all looking for a white girl. Do I look like my daddy? Do I look like my mommy? Do I act like my mother? Durr! Stupid fucking ugly bug-eyed, big-nosed, crooked-eyed freaking skank bags that have bad medics. All the drama you put me through. And I'm glad that you created. Well, you know what? She don't like you. She don't like A-Rides. That A-Arabic American that was enough bullets that I had to step over whenever I was pregnant with my second son. Trying to be a father figure. Now I don't want no man. I don't want a woman. I don't want no man. I married myself. And you won't fucking, and who else was there? Nobody was there because you know why? I don't need you. I don't fucking need you. I will scrape dirt out my fucking backyard to eat. It looks like a salad and like it's supposed to be anemically healthy anyway. Why the fuck do I need a fucking man? Yeah, it's like third. To point that fucking finger, I can smack myself. See? I can smack my fucking self. Look. Stupid. Yeah. It's not gonna go viral anyway, so why the hell do I care? I don't care. You can call it what you want. Oh, kitten. Got a room filled with kittens because I'm insane. I need a helmet today. Hello. Because other people are so, the government is so friggin' need a reality check. And they're about to get one because they got on my very last nerve. I have no nerves. I have no conscience. I have no nerves. And then people's like, oh, she don't need to get drunk. She don't need to smoke a blunt. She don't need this. You know what? You're so flippin' burnt. You look like you could use your extra few brain cells. So, you're going to take it anyways. You're sitting there trying to sell crack and be homewreckers and stuff. Nobody wants you. Nobody wants you. They don't want me. I don't care. You ain't fucking me. You ain't feeding me. You ain't paying my bills. You ain't helping me with my family. And despite what I gotta listen to whenever I'm with my family, that's besides the point. Obviously, it ain't your problem. My children don't know no better. They're happy. They don't gotta deal with some dude beating their mom. The end. End of discussion. Good day.